This is Maya practicing for her GRE exam, and on this particular day she is trying to solve a quantity comparison question. Here she is trying to calculate 6 power 12, which is quantity A, in her mind. 6 into 6 is 36, 36 into 6 is 216, and 216 into 6 equal to 1296. And what about 1296 into 6? At this point she finds it difficult to do the calculations in her mind. Now she notices a calculator icon at the top of the screen and clicks it. She feels excited after seeing the GRE calculator, but when she tries to type 6 12 times, it displays an error message because it can only display 8 digits. What shall I do now is her question. Hey everyone, she has failed to find the answer using both the methods. I pity her, but it's not the end. There should be a way, right? Let's help her solve this question. Well, in the test, when you face these type of questions, you can't waste your time in trying to find the value. Further, we just saw that the on-screen calculator displays an error message. So are there any methods to solve this question? The answer to your question is of course yes. As promised in the previous video, you are going to learn a strategy to solve such question without actually knowing the value. So let's get started. Let's solve this quantity comparison question. Here, we need not find the value of quantity A and quantity B. We must only compare them to judge which value is greater. And judging comes naturally to human beings, doesn't it? So let's do the same with these two values. Now in the LHS, there are 6 12s and in the RHS, there are 12 6. But wait a minute, the 12 power 6 can be written as 2 power 6 into 6 power 6, isn't it? Which is nothing but 2 multiplied 6 times and 6 multiplied another 6 times. We are comparing them, so let's strike off 6 common 6's on both the sides. So we will get 6 power 6 on the left hand side, LHS, and 2 power 6 in the RHS. Now if we take the 6th root on both the sides, it will be 6 and 2. Now which value is greater? Obviously 6 is greater than 2. Bingo! We got the answer. A is the answer. Quantity A is greater than quantity B. You see, we didn't find the value, but we got the answer. That's what I was talking about. Wow! It seems she is also happy using this new strategy. In the GRE exam, even if the question contains values of higher power, the test providers leaves clues and patterns in the question as they know that the calculator is of no help for such questions. Now that the calculator is out of the way, should we delve into another method just in case you need an alternative? Do you remember the famous quote, "Think big to achieve big"? But in this case, you need to think small to achieve big. Now what does that mean? Let's find out. Let's visualize this quantity A as A power B and quantity B as B power A. Why do we do this? Don't worry, you will understand it once we solve this question. So stay with me. Now let's find out which is greater. Let's try substituting some small numbers instead of A and B and see what pattern we get. Let's go with 1 and 2. Those are all the basic numbers. Now A is equivalent to 1, B equivalent to 2. 1 power 2 is obviously lesser than 2 power 1. So 2 power 1 is greater than. Let's assume that A equal to 2 and B equal to 3. Here 2 power 3 is 8 and 3 power 2 is 9. So 3 power 2 is obviously greater. Now still B power A is greater than A power B. Now let's increase the number. A equal to 3 and B equal to 4. So 3 power 4 is greater than 4 power 3. Isn't it? 3 power 4 is 81 and 4 power 3 is 64. So obviously 3 power 4 is greater. Now the pattern change. That is A power B is now greater than B power A. Let's try next values. A equivalent to 4, B equivalent to 5. Which value is greater? 4 power 5 or 5 power 4? 4 power 5 is obviously greater than 5 power 4 because 5 power 4 value is 625 whereas 4 power 5 value is 1024. So obviously 1024 is greater than 625. So now still A power B is greater than B power A. Now as we can see, the trend has shifted. It's win for A power B now over B power A. Now we can surely say that 5 power 6 is greater than 6 power 5. Do you doubt it? No need to, because the value of 5 power 6 is 15625 and 6 power 5 is 7776. Obviously 15625 is greater than 7776. Now what do you understand here? The value whose power is high and the base is low will be greater than the value with the low power and the high base. As you can see, apart from the case where a is equivalent to 1 and b equal to 2 and a equal to 2 and b equal to 3, this rule has worked. That is, a power b is greater than b power a if obviously a is lesser than b. Now let's take a look at another example. Now let's take a value as 10 and let's say b value as 100. So obviously a is less than b here. Now 10 to the power 100 is greater or 100 to the power 10 is greater. Let's find it out. 100 to the power of 10 can be written as 10 square the whole power 10, which in turn can be written as 10 raised to the power of 20, that is 10 power 20. Now obviously 10 power 100 is greater than 10 power 20, right? Here power is 100, power is 20. So obviously that concludes that 10 power 100 is greater than 100 power 10. Now what does it mean for us? We can easily say that 6 power 12 is greater than 12 power 6 within few seconds, because 6 power 12's power is higher and the base is low. At the same time, in the 12 power 6, power is low and the base is high. There you go. I hope you like this trick. You can use it easily to solve a quant question without using a calculator. And it's going to save you a lot of time in the test. You can thank me later. Until next time, keep practicing.